Hi there. I promised that I'd let you know how the recovery was from the surgery. I had an endometrial stage cancer situation, and I needed to have a hysterectomy consequently. According to what I was told, 15 lip glands were removed because I also have an ostomy site. And because of the scarring from that surgery, there was a challenge for the doctor to be able to do it robotically or laparoscopically, which was unfortunate because now I have an incision that's probably 5 or 6 inches. I was told that they removed my uterus, my fallopian tubes, as well as my ovaries, as well as the lymph glands. And because of that, I know that I probably will be looking at asking the doctor about getting some manual lymphatic massage. I don't know if that's going to be needed. Moffitt gave me a program and went through it with me. Basically, gave me some more instruction about the lymph glands in my body. Gives you a little bit of instructions as to what the lymph nodes are for. Lymph nodes are a passive form of removing waste in your body. They serve a purpose. So consequently, being active is very important. I am fairly active. I am 66 years old, and it took me 7 months to get over my ostomy situation. January 13th, I literally had a ruptured polyp, and so I have an ostomy as well as having a hysterectomy to deal with. But in terms of the exercises, taking your feet, pumping them, moving your feet, I do that every day. I mean, I also, because to me, it's important for my hands to be really loose and mobile. I'm always doing this, and this, and, trying to maintain your range of motion as you get older is very, very important. And the pumping of your feet, the toe scrunches. I'm just going to go through and show you what my doctor suggested, right? Rotating your feet sideways, right? And you want to be careful about doing this. But I think the understanding is to be as active as you can without overdoing it. And this is something I do a lot of. I'm always, I'm sitting in the sofa and I'm pushing my body up. And there's the toe raises. Yeah, lifting your legs. It's really important for you to be active. I did dishes afterwards. I didn't do a ton of dishes. The bridge. Be careful in doing a lot of this stuff. I think the main thing that I'm doing is I'm walking. I'm walking around the house. I walked one house down to the corner and back, and I am listening to my body. I kind of went a little bit too crazy the first day. I went out and watered my plants because we live in Florida and you don't want to not water your plants. So that's very important. You may not feel like getting up. I mean, I have a little incision. I also have Wilbur. One of the concerns that I have is I have a bandage around my middle as support. Well, that bandage not only supports my abdomen and keeps me from juggling as much, but it also compresses my ostomy bag where I have Wilbur, my stoma. So I didn't have output when I first left the hospital, but about 2 days later, I had a copious amount of output. So you might want to keep an eye on that because with the compression and all that, I had kind of a mess. So ask the hospital to give you an extra binder. Ask your insurance company if you can get some more binders, and they will provide you one with a hole in it. The other thing is I kept on top of taking my medication. I take Tylenol and then ibuprofen, and then Tylenol, and then ibuprofen. And it's every, it's whatever your doctor tells you. But my doctor said, like if I take my ibuprofen at 3, I take it again at 6, and then 3 hours from taking the ibuprofen, I take Tylenol. So they're kind of overlapping, and I would not be messing around with that at all. If you are not one to want to feel anything and you got an additional medication, I was given 18 tablets of tramadol, which I haven't touched them yet. I'm not saying that I didn't wake up without feeling, just feeling like I could go for a race, but I'm just saying that I did have some pain. Compared to my other surgery, the removal of part of my colon and my appendix, I'm actually healing quite more quickly. And I was open to having somebody come over and say hi to me. I mean, that was amazing. One of the things that they that I got was I got a stool softener, and I also got a shot for to help blood clots, prevention of blood clots. So my son is helping me do the shots, because me sticking a needle, I mean, that's one of the reasons I'm not diabetic, was because the thought of me giving myself shots was not a good thing. So I literally, lost weight, did everything I was supposed to for that. But I think the most important thing, I mean, I have had my moments of being wimpy and sad and feeling sorry for myself, because let's face it, if you've had a hysterectomy and you also have stoma, you got a lot that you're dealing with. Give yourself a break. And if you are a person who believes in God, you are so blessed, because you're having people praying for you, and you too are, of course, maintaining that relationship with the Lord. I think one of the most comforting things in life is knowing that God is watching out for you. Someone told me to read Psalms 91, and it was about how God is there for you. And so I have experienced that as well. But my suggestion is keep on top of the medicine, move, and, take care of yourself. You need to, cleanse your body. Do so. You're going to feel swollen. I look pregnant. Let me show you. Okay. And you almost feel like, oh my God, I'm going to rip myself open, but you're not. You're okay. Now, for those of you who know me, I'm normal weight, but how big I am. I'm a little chubby, right? I'm kind of hunched over, so this binder is helping me sit straight. I have been taking naps, which is, I don't forget being 66 years old. I think you should take a nap so that you're allowing your body to heal. But I have been, I would say, on a scale of 1 to 10, my pain level has gone up to 5 when my meds are about ready to, when I need to start taking my meds. And I, just one of the things that I do with my ostomy bag, which you might find helpful because you're trying to not get compression, is I pull the ostomy bag away from my stoma. Of course, you make sure the bottom is clipped. And I try to make sure there's air in there so that there's like a cushion over my stoma. But don't worry if you don't have output right away, because I didn't, and they let me out of the hospital, so I guess that's okay. But, surround yourself with light activities to do. I was out watering the plants and, making sure everybody was alive and well. I, of course, talked to a few people. It was, don't talk to anybody too long because you get tired really quickly. I just have been having a peaceful day of it, and it's kind of funny, but they're doing some work on the electricity, so the electricity went out. And I've been doing some crazy things I never do. Um, you know who Adam Sandler is? Well, he's got this movie about, it's called Happy Gilmore, playing a golfing show. And I was concerned that I might be losing brain cells. Sorry, Adam, but I might be losing brain cells watching him and then Ugly Betty. And those are two, lighthearted programs that I'm watching just to kind of keep my spirits up and taking care of myself and being in contact with people who care about me. There's nothing more precious than hearing that one of your sisters or brothers are praying for you. And I've experienced that. And then I spent some time with my friend Mitzi. We've been talking, and I've been talking with Carrie a little bit. And I haven't told everybody that I had a hysterectomy because I know that a lot of my friends are having enough problems. And I just don't want to be talking about it with everybody. But I'm talking about my experience with you because I know that you are going to be going into this situation. I hope that you do research on your own. I literally got 3 doctors' opinion about me having the hysterectomy because I didn't have it for fibroids or any of the other things. I've had it because I had atypical cells, which turned into a cancerous situation. And I definitely didn't want to play around with it. I'm praying to God that I don't need to have chemo or radiation, but the doctor and one of his assistants had mentioned that it looks pretty good. But I won't know for a couple weeks the exact staging and whether or not I'm done with having anything done. But for those who are not as blessed as I have been in this situation, do not think that God has abandoned you. He's just finding another way to love on you. Okay? And you'll be all right because God's got